nickname is Nikki, but my name ain't Nicole.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, welcome to my channel. My name is Nikki, for those of you who don't know me. And I love makeup. I love skincare products. I have an obsession with lots of things, mostly Stitch. Anyway, this video is because, this is the last Saturday of the year. So I decided to just, actually started a project pan. I didn't film any of it because, one, I have this thing about I'd rather I do better if I don't constantly have to film about it, if that makes sense. Like, I feel pressure to use stuff instead of using it naturally. So my project pan was for the whole year of 2018, and I actually started January 2nd. So technically it hasn't been a year, but listen, this stuff is done, so therefore, or almost, no, some of it's almost done. So therefore, why not film it now? Because, really, just film it now. So there are some products that I've finished completely, and then some products that are either basically done or almost done. And then there are 2 eyeshadow palettes that I hit pan on, and a lot of the shades or some of the colors, whatever. So, enough talking. Let's get started. So the first 2 products I'm going to talk about are complexion products. Well, not complexion products because one is a concealer. But if you've been here for a while, you remember that I bought, this is my second one. The other one I lost, decided to buy a new one. But I bought this, well, I bought the first one first. And then this one I got, I want to say June, July. And it is a Korean brand concealer by the Luna Cosmetics, not Lunar, but Luna Cosmetics. This is their long-lasting concealer, and I use this to, all of this under here, mostly. Or if I have, a pimple or something, or, sometimes I pop the pimple and then there's a scar. That's why you don't see it on camera, because I don't do that on camera, I do that off camera. But I use this, and it's finally all gone. And, when I first bought it, I remember liking it, but the more I used it, I don't know, it just, it just got more and more sheer, and I'd have to apply more, which is probably how I finished this so quickly in the first place. So, I won't be buying it again. Yeah. And then the other thing is, I finally finished this horrible, absolutely disgusting, absolutely horrible e.l.f. foundation, which it was so runny and watery. And then just, first of all, it wasn't that much in there to begin with, but I wasn't using it a lot because it was like water, even when you shook it. That's what this is. I used to shake it, because in my mind I'm like, if I shake it, it'll congeal. Nope, didn't work. It was just super watery, super runny. It wasn't full coverage. It just was absolutely horrible. For the record, there's a garbage can right there. And I regret that purchase. I regret wasting my money. And then it was that much foundation anyway, but what are you gonna do? I wouldn't recommend that one. I like their flawless finish. I don't like that serum foundation crap. I wouldn't. No. If you like it, then good, but I would never buy that again. I'll just continue using, if I'm going to continue using my e.l.f. foundations, or the e.l.f. foundations, I will just stick with the flawless finish. Never going to buy that one again. Never going to try that one again. The next thing that I'm going to talk about is these 2 e.l.f. Cream contour palettes. And one of them is completely done, basically, except for one shade. I don't want to blind anybody with the ring lights. I'm covering the mirror. But, there's, the corners of here, but this one's gone, this one's gone, this one's gone. This is the first one that I bought, and I bought this one February, March of this year. And then this one I got whenever I did the iHerb haul. That's on my channel. And already, this is what I have left of this one. Clearly, I contour my life away. A lot of the time. A lot. I think it's more so just because I like to contour my nose and my chin. My chin is not straight, so I tried. It takes a lot of contour to make it look even, because my chin is not even. But I love this contour. I like the formula of the cream. This is my first time actually ever using cream contour. I normally, when I use the powder, I normally use the Makeup Geek contour powder. So to go from powder to cream, I thought it was gonna be hard, but it wasn't. And this actually blends out really well with the e.l.f. Flawless Finish Foundation. So I would use those together a lot. But then because I started running out, I went back to my Makeup Geek powders. And that's also in this video because that's almost gone. But yeah, so would I recommend them? If you like cream contour and you don't want to spend a lot of money, I would recommend these. They were very good. There's not a crazy smell. They blend, for me, they blended out really well, whether I used the brush or a beauty blender. But for me, when I do contour, I don't like to use a beauty blender to blend out my contour, but that's just me. Even when I use powder, some people use a beauty blender. Get your life. I prefer a brush. It goes better for me, in my opinion. On my skin, the brush works better for me. And I'm proud of myself because I thought when I bought the second one, I was like, I'm not going to finish it by the end of the year. I'm going to have it forever. Blah, 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 blah. I was wrong, obviously. This is basically done. The second one. The first one is practically done. I'm going to probably finish that one Monday, Tuesday. So New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. Because I'm doing some looks. So I'm probably going to finish with the original. This is the original. So I'm probably going to finish this one, because that's the last one. So that'll be done by January 2nd, which will make it almost a full year. And then this one will be probably done sometime, let's look. This one, I feel like March, because this one is practically full except for a little spot, but there's a little dip in it. So March, but I'm proud of myself. I worked hard to make sure I finished a lot of my products. Next, we have another contour, but it's a contour powder. This is the Makeup Geek Half-Hearted Contour Powder, and it didn't come, it came in a little sleeve, so I keep it in the Makeup Geek, what do you call that? The empty palette thingy, where you can make your own palette, that thing. And this is how much I have left. And I bought this one, I want to say May of this year. May or April. When did I put in that Makeup Geek order? In my notes. It's in my notes. It was May. I got this in May. Yeah. I like it. I like this powder a lot. This is actually the only contour powder I've used. Like, when I started this makeup journey last year, March, this was the only contour powder I was using. And I like it. I like it a lot. This is my second one. This is not my first one. My first one got broken. And it got broken. And then my friend was drunk and she stepped, like, on the powder that was already on the floor, so there was no point in trying to salvage it, so I just bought a new one, and this is the second one, and you know, gone. And then the other thing is this highlighter from, it's also in that same little Makeup Geek Z palette type thing. This is Celestial. It is a highlighter from A2O Lab. I bought it from Shop Miss A. Finally hit pan. I actually like this highlighter. I think it's really pretty, but for me, it's not an everyday highlight. This is more like a, when I do my Face Chart Friday looks, like, that's not an everyday highlight for me. I couldn't, I like some people can, but I can't because it's so subtle. Like, I need, it looks really pretty, but that's too subtle for me. So I didn't, I thought when I bought it I would use it a lot, and then when I put it on my cheek I'm like, ooh, that's not, like, obviously I like a gold tinted highlighter on my face, obviously, and that's not gold. So I use it sparingly, and I feel like if I don't finish it by the end of January, I'm just gonna toss it, because that means I'm not using it while I hold on to it. I know that sounds crazy to some people, but you know, I've made a promise to myself that I'm not gonna just keep something because, you know, oh, I should keep it when, if I don't use it. This is why I don't have any makeup, like, space for makeup anyway, because I'm keeping things that I don't use when I can either give them away if I've never touched it or throw it out. So there's that. Next, we have two of the Jeffree Star Cosmetics highlighters. If you've been here for a while, then you know I use these a lot. One of them is like completely, she's gone. Like, this was the shade Dark Horse. I used this over my contour. Obviously, I used it a lot because it is completely, utterly just gone. And when I started this project pan, this was full with a little hole in the middle, and I said, I want to finish this one because I want to buy a new one. That's what I said. I said, I want to finish this one so I can buy a new one because I really like this shade, but I didn't want to buy a new one while this one was still in my presence. I want to see and challenge myself and see, excuse you, what, can you not see if I could finish it and then get a new one, you know? And then we have the Mini MUA and Jeffree Star. This one was a little ratchet because at first she got broke and I had to repress her, but I was using, even though she got broken, we were still using her. This is the Eclipse highlight. I don't want to, like, because there's some pieces in there because it's broken, but I used her a lot. Actually, one of my friends, Anna, she helped me because she liked the shade too. So when we would go out, she would come over and she'd use it. So I had a little help with that. I had a little assistance with that one. And I don't have to buy a new one because for Christmas last year, somebody gifted me the entire set, like the collection set. So I have another Eclipse that I'm going to dip into soon-ish, once this one is completely cleaned out. Like, I want this Eclipse to look like I don't want to blind anybody. I want this Eclipse to look like this before I start working on the new one. But yeah, one of my friends, he bought me, yes, it was a guy, he bought me the set because he had one for Christmas, and I said, I just set the highlighter, and he bought the whole set because he said it'd be cheaper, blah, 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 because if he spent over a certain amount of money on, he got it from Beauty Bay? Yeah, it came from Beauty Bay. It didn't come from no, yeah, it came from a third-party site. It did not come from JeffreeStarCosmetics.com, basically. And he said because they had a thing where it's like, over this much money, shipping is free. So that's why he bought the whole set. So, yeah. I basically have I'm Shook and Daddy twice because I bought them separately. And then, yeah, that's that little collection thing. But, yeah, I'm proud of myself because these highlighting pens, if you own them, you know that they're huge. So it's hard to just sit and finish one within the same time frame as you'd finish one of the smaller ones. Because it's not just, like, a big pan. It's, like, there's, like, some height to it. So I'm very proud of myself, especially with the Dark Horse, because when I first bought it, I'm like, I'm not going to use it that much. It's strange. But then I started using it more, and I'm like, I like it. So, yeah, there's that. Now, let's get into these eyeshadow palettes. There are only 3. And that's my own fault because I was buying lots of palettes this year. I bought so many more palettes that my ones that I had gotten early last year, late last year, whatever, weren't getting all the love and attention they deserved. So I decided to make it a plan to use the ones that need love more. And one of them is the Makeup Geek Mini MUA palette. It's a throwback, but I bought them. Well, I bought one when they, not when they first came out. I bought them way after they came out. And then the other one I got it when it was on sale because it was damaged when it wasn't damaged. The packaging was just a little bent up, so it was on sale because the packaging was ratchet. Bought it. What happened to these 2 shades? They broke. Like, completely. Repressing wouldn't have worked because they fell down, they broke, and the powder touched my floor. And at the time, I still had a cat, and I wasn't going to put Kakashi on my face. I loved him to death, but I wasn't going to put him on my face. So, that's just, I have sensitive skin, too sensitive for that. So, we're going to ignore these 2. However, I completely finished this shade, and that shade is Artemis. I completely finished Artemis. I am almost done with Cosmopolitan. If you follow me on Instagram, when I do the shades that I use, I put the names. Unless it's like 1,000,001 colors. I put the names. And this Cosmopolitan is on there often. Especially when I do a halo eye because this shade looks really pretty. And I use these 2 shades to set when I do the concealer and eyebrow thing. These are the shades that I use. This is why they're being used up so fast because I use them a lot, obviously, and I use them together. I mix it together and then put it on my lid. I don't really use Luna as often as I thought I would. I need to start using her more. I hit pan on Insomnia, which is a very pretty iridescent type shade. I hit pan a little bit on Mars, but I don't know what's wrong with Mars. Mars is, like, if you see the little scratches, I had to scratch off the top layer because it had gotten wet and it wasn't working. So, like, it's a very pretty, like, burgundy-ish red. It's very beautiful, but for some reason, because it got wet, it's hard to, like, get it out of the pan. But, yeah. So, I read on, I don't know if it was Reddit, it was some type of website where they're like, if the top gets wet and you can't use it you scrape the top layer off, I need to scrape a little more because I want to use this color. Because I don't have a red this color. Only this color. This is the only burgundy-ish red. Like, I have the blood sugar palette and there's still no red in there that's like this one. So, I like this for shade and I want to use this shade more. I just gotta figure out how to get the top layer off enough to the point where it looks how it's supposed to look. But I'm proud of myself. Very proud. I need to hit pan on Luna and I'll be good. Now, there were 2 Morphe palettes in my project pan and I didn't put a dent at all in the 35p, so that's why it's not in this video. Because I have other purples that I love from, like, BH Cosmetics, from the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. So the 35p, those purples, they still look the same. I'm kind of disappointed in myself. Because I do lots of purple looks. I just don't use the 35p, which is a 99% purple palette. So I should be using that one, but I don't. But it was a 35p and 35F. And my 35F, I'm so proud, because when I first started, literally, it looked new. Because when I first got this one, I didn't really use it. I bought it because it was in a bundle with the 35. It was in a bundle with another one, and that one got stolen. I don't know where it is, but it's missing. So they had the bundles where it was a 35F and a 35. I want to say SS, like, basically. There was two of these, and then I also bought the 35O and 35OS, and I gave 35O to my friend Helen, as like, because she wanted it. Like, I bought them, and Helen was like, oh, she wants one, and I knew I wasn't going to use just the 35O, I wanted 35OS, so trying to save money, I bought bundles, and the one that came with this one disappeared. Don't know how, don't know when, don't know where it went, but it is gone, which is kind of annoying and sad, but we're not going to worry about that. But, so, I was using that one more. So this one, it was new at one point. Like, it didn't look like this. It didn't start to look like this until I started doing Face Chart Fridays. That is when this one started to look the way it looks now. But I'm proud because these shades at the bottom, especially these three, a lot of the time, again, setting concealer, or when I do matte looks, or when I want to just, because, I don't say recently, because recently I've been doing colorful looks, but the beginning of this year, 2018, I was doing lots of soft looks. It wasn't as, like, lately, I can't stop using color. And so, like, these shades down here would be used to just, like, darken my crease, or give me some slight tint to my lid, or give me the natural look. So, really proud of these. I've used this one a lot on camera, like, the pan has been hit. You can't tell. They don't have names, so this is why I'm just saying this one, this one, this one. I use this one a lot on camera, especially during the fall. During the fall, this palette was, if you follow me on Instagram, hashtag Morphe35S. I use this brow bone inner corner highlight. When I do fall halo eyes, this one is just when I want to do a smoky eye and I need a black. I want, like, I don't think you can see it on camera, but I have not, like, you can tell which shades have been touched. I haven't touched one. Like, it hasn't been touched. It hasn't been touched. It hasn't been touched. It hasn't been touched. That's kind of sad. I need to get my life together. Basically, these 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Everything around them has been touched. Why haven't I used those? Because this one here looks really pretty. Why haven't I used it? I touched it now. Oh, that is pretty. They need names, Morphe. Oh, yeah, that is pretty. Why haven't I touched that one? Weird, you would think I would. But maybe because it has a purple shift to it and I have all those other purples. Yeah, but I am proud at the fact that, you know, this bottom row looks like that. I'm very proud of that fact. I need to use a lot of these palettes a lot more because I have so many makeup palettes and I use the same ones a lot of the time. I don't know why I'm walking away from the camera. What are you doing? What are you doing? Come back. As I was saying, I don't know why I don't use all of them. Like, there's one palette that I bought. Pretty sure I used the eyeshadows in it 3 times. And that palette is the Nikkie Tutorials and Too Faced collaboration. I bought it because at the time I watched Nikkie avidly, and then I just stopped watching her for some reason. Don't know why. I should get back into watching her. And I bought this palette. And now I know you're going to be like, but you only used it 3 times. I used the eyeshadows only 3 times. And the reason why the eyeshadows look like this is because the first time I used them was an eyeshadow look. Second time I used them, it was for a Halloween look. And the third time I used it was on Halloween, and not just on my face, but on my friend Helen's face. So that's why a lot of these shades are like a hit pan here, because they were used for Halloween looks. It wasn't an everyday thing. Now this was my favorite blush. I wore this every day. I loved the Chocolate Soleil bronzer, and I loved the Champagne Truffle highlight. But the eyeshadows, aside from those, the Halloween looks and the one time using it on my lids, I didn't use this. And that is sad. But I can't bring myself to throw it out just yet. Because I feel like the minute I throw it out, I'm going to be like, oh, I could have used that blah, blah, blah shade. But that's really sad. That's kind of depressing. Because I thought, when I got it, I thought I was going to use it all the time. Use it every day. I was wrong. And I even put this in my project pan and never picked it up. So, you know, it happens. You can't. I'm not Superwoman. Jeez. All in all, I am proud of the work that I accomplished in this project pan, because I really thought I wasn't going to get that far with any of the products that I put in there, because I was like, I don't wear this color highlight all the time, and but you know, you make things work, and sometimes, you know, this is why, although I think for this year I'm going to do updates more, but, yeah, I promised myself that for this one, because I'm going to do another year-long project pan, I'm going to, do monthly updates. I'm going to do the introduction January 1st, and then every 4 months. So then January 1st, May 1st, etc., until the end of the year, and just, you know, see how that goes. So, yeah, that's what's coming in. You already made plans in my phone and my notes. I got lots of plans for videos for next year and everything, and I'm actually excited because lots of cool things and lots of surprises and lots of guests this year, or sorry, in the new year. Lots of guests and people and collabs, but like in-person collabs, not just I put the link to their video, they put the link to my video, which I'm going to do more of those too, because those are fun, especially like with people like Danielle and Vanessa Loves Makeup and Mia. Who else have I done one with? There's quite a few people that I've done them with, and I've really enjoyed them, so I would like to do more of those. And it doesn't have to be just a makeup look, it could be anything. How do you feel about the weather? But yeah, I'm proud of myself for this year's project pan. Although I really wanted to finish more than I thought that I would. I really wanted, especially the mini MUA palette. Not that I don't love it, I just want to be done with it because I have another one and I want to get into that one, but I can't get into that one until I finish the. I'm that type of person, and I know that's bad and I should stop doing that, but I can't help myself. Don't judge me if I keep getting tall in shorts, because I have to stand in my stitch slippers, which make me taller, but if I take them off I get short. So shout out to Brianna for my stitch slippers because they're great. But yeah, when I wear them I look tall, and if I don't wear them, like, and if you like, and you're like, she looked taller yesterday, it's because sometimes I don't wear the stitch slippers in my videos. But anyway, that's it for this. It's time for me to make me some lunch, because I did not eat lunch with my friend today. We hung out at my friend's mom's stationary thingy place, store type deal. So I got to play with the kids, and we drew pictures, and I watched them play with slime. That's what I did today, and I had coffee. So I need to make me some lunch, because I'm trying to get better at eating normal, like a normal person, and not just eating 1 or 2 meals a day, because that's not good either. Anyway, I will see you all maybe tomorrow. Maybe I'll film something on Sunday, because today is Saturday. I don't know. Anyway,